We apologize for the technical issues. We just missed the goal by Matt Yoder, his first collegiate tally, or second collegiate tally after happened right after our computer. Got a couple gremlins inside of it. So 24:08 left to go here in the first half. The Trojans lead Concordia 1-0. They've outshot the Cardinals 4-1 here in the match so far. Sun setting, casting long shadows here on the turf at Turner Stadium. As Maris readies, and he'll throw it in from the far sideline. Taylor attacking the goal to our right here in the opening half. Yoder bodies his way forward. Now Levi tries to poke his nose in there. Yoder to Yoder. Lefty shot is blocked. It's back out to Devlin again. Looped in off of Concordia. And Taylor readies for the far side corner kick. Devlin on the far side. Right-footed in-swinger. Just trying to get his head on it again was Matt Yoder as he had the space, but it's up and out of play. Back to Concordia it goes. With 22:50 left to play here in half number one. A 1-0 lead off the goal from Matt Yoder, the second of his career. Headed down by Devlin. Worked it up to Sanabria, who's entered off the bench. Sanabria to the middle of the field and Matt Yoder. Far side play forward. In deep and kicked away by Concordia across the end line. It'll be corner number 4 of the night. Devlin and Ballard both stand over it, looking into the setting sun that's right in their eyes. Left hand in the air, Devlin, right front of the ball, in-swinger towards the middle of the 18. Nice snag by Wixcomb, the keeper for Concordia. Big throw out to the near side. On the run is Kerbaway. Nice pass up the field, near side Anderson. Trying to get around the Taylor back line. Kerbaway faked the shot, finds the trailing teammate in the middle of the field. One more pass was turned away, however, by Liam Brennan. Matt Harold has come off the bench for the Trojans after not collecting the start today. First match that he has not started this season for TU. Special apologies to the Yoders and the rest of the Colorado contingent. Watching tonight, we apologize again for those technical difficulties that we had earlier. Pressure from Taylor, gets the ball back at their feet with Levi Yoder, dealing it back to Brennan. Taylor gives it away, and now Concordia trying to press in. Taylor deflects it to the middle, still dangerous, so they can't get it out of here clean, and Harold does. Just dumps it to the near sideline, out of play, no harm done. Uveris freaks to throw it in. Turning to the middle, almost able to carry it all the way to the top of the box was Galich. Matt Yoder trying to move forward, had to pirouette away from a pesky Concordia forward. Big boot from Spiegel up the far side, wanted Ballard. He got taken out of the air. But that Concordia defender now the worse for wear. And they'll stop the clock with 19:52 left to play in the first half. Cannot see the number of the Concordia player across from us. Being waved over was Jan Uveris Freak. And the down player is number 4, Brody Smith. He'll be allowed to stay in, and the clock restarts as we just dip below 20 minutes to play here in the first half. 6 shots to 1 in favor of Taylor tonight, and they've got the lone goal coming in the 12th minute thanks to Matt Yoder. 2 subs entering here for the Trojans. Number 4, Brock Carpenter, and number 3, Bryce Lawrence. They replace Yoder. That's Matt Yoder, the goal scorer, and Caleb Ballard. Throw in for the Trojans, but Matipa stepped over the near sideline. And it's going to go back to Concordia on the miscue by Taylor. Pressure from Sanabria almost took it away, back in favor of Taylor. Devlin leaps in the air and then dekes it forward. Gets it right back, middle of the field, sweeping pass up to Matipa. Left footing far side, little flick in by Carpenter. Nobody home in white. And coming off the line to get it is Wixom. Wixom flicks it out and drives it forward with a big right foot. Maris goes up and over his defender, heads it forward. Lawrence ran around his defender trying to get to it first. He didn't. And now it's coming back to Concordia. They go far side of the field with Valencia. Into the 18, trying to go backside. Volleyed in the air, just missing the wide post. That looked to be Freyix on the attempt. Marcelo Pinturpi, Nicholas Kiafolis, and Elijah Maki all enter for Concordia. Replacing Angel Elizondo, Clemens Galich, and Caleb Comstock. Header deflected near side off of Concordia into their own bench. And it stays with the Trojans as they go from left to right in white, leading Concordia 1-0 with 17 minutes exactly left to play here in the first half. Off the hands of Matt Harrell, it's a handball, and it's going back to the Cardinals. Frick standing over it. He'll left-foot it back to his keeper, Wixom, and now Taylor turns the dogs loose, trying to get it back at their feet in the attacking third. Misthreaded pass, intercepted by Matipa of Taylor. Carpenter wanted to sweep it forward, wanted Sanabria, but it got caught in amongst the feet of those wearing red and gray. The white and gray of Taylor press forward with Maris up the near side. Turning and left-footing it up were the Cardinals' back line, and it's off of the Trojans. And it's going to stay here with Concordia as they look for the equalizer as we approach a quarter hour left to play here in the first half. Maris's clearance headed up and out by Freyix. Harold finds Yoder as an outlet coming back on Taylor's side of midfield. That's to the left. They left-footed over to Fields. Up left side, Brennan. Brennan wanted to go back to his right now, accelerates up the left sideline, angles to the middle. Matipa got a piece of it on the buzz. The ball came near him, but the Trojans couldn't keep it pressing forward. They got stopped about 10 yards away from the box. Big right-footed boot from the keeper, Wixom. Unable to get there in time, Valencia. Now Taylor with an opportunity for the throw from the near side. Devlin all by his lonesome for TU. Knocked it off of a Concordia defender. Lawrence comes back to get it, then pokes it to the middle, and Devlin. Nice sweep back to Sanabria, top of the 18. Sanabria got caught on the ball. Then he gets stopped by the Concordia defense. Lawrence has it, twisting, turning, and running away from pressure. As he comes to the near side corner, Lawrence almost lost his footing. Tries a tight walk the near side line and does, and gives off to Harold. Back behind the play in Maris. Then a right foot coming forward. Devlin thought he had a man behind him as he turned and pirouetted. It went between his legs, and nobody was home for either team. Concordia trying to clear. Levi Yoder cuts it off. Spiegel blasting it over midfield for the Trojans. Matipa clean down in the back. And the Taylor fans and bench look for a foul that doesn't come as Matipa got plastered right on that purple 7 on his back. Out far sideline off of TU. Concordia gets ready to throw it in as they trail 1-0 with less than 14 minutes to play here in the first half. Fields looked to be a little bit too far ahead of where he needs to throw it. Actually make that Brennan. Did not see the tape on the right wrist until he turned more to his left. Brennan stomps on the brakes as he maneuvers up the far sideline. Pass forward to Devlin. Tried to one-touch it on to Carpenter, but it landed at the feet of a backline member of Concordia. That was Tim Raylu. Pressure from behind, and Devlin got shoved off the ball by Maki. Devlin comes back, and he muscles his way forward, and there's a late whistle. That's going to be a yellow card coming against the man that thought he got fouled, Ignacio Lopez. Lopez turned around, had one too many words for our center referee. And the yellow card comes out on him with 12 and a half minutes to go before recess. Long pass, pinpoint accuracy to Brennan. Steps in from the left side, passed it behind Carpenter, able to get back to his feet. Wanted to slip it through to Devlin. Instead, it's turned over and going right back to Concordia as Lopez presses it forward. A long pass, though, off target for the Cardinals, and now it'll be Harold and the Trojans regrouping in the center circle. Maris to Fields, his fellow center back. Big pass of the far side. Brennan is leaked forward. Wanted to angle to his right, got poked away, came back to get it. Brennan finds the trailing Carpenter as he pirouettes away from the top of the box. Wanted to flick it in and give Lawrence a shot at it, but it got knifed away by Concordia out of the air. Yoder losing his footing, falling down, cannot get a foul. Here comes Concordia on a counter. Right side with Ignacio Lopez. Angling, left-footed pass, forward, behind the defense before Maris, though, accelerated. He stepped in front of Pinturpi. Middle of the field, Matipa, losing his footing, and it's right back to Concordia in the attacking half. Long pass, near side, it's Kerbaway. His right-footed curling shot misses just wide of the far side post. A diving effort from Spiegel from that distance. Wasn't sure how far it would curl in. Kerbaway missed it by about a foot or so. Long ball on the kick from Spiegel. Matipa angles, now accelerates, trying to get that last step through, and he's shoved off the ball by the taller defender, Relu. Devlin holds in the clearance from Concordia, left side for Taylor. Carpenter dancing, lays it back to Brennan. Right foot in, trying to get back on side with Sanabria. Off the left hip of someone wearing red, and it's cleared out, but the Cardinals unable to get it past midfield. Carpenter holds it in. Quick pass forward. Lawrence pops it back left side of the box. Matipa jogs and now surveys what's in front of him. Right-footed curler, wanted Sanabria, but a defender was in front. That was Freyx who knocked it away. Cheeky little backheel flick, and Concordia out and racing up the near side. Beautiful slide tackle, Devlin, and sends Concordia for the throw deep behind their bench. It was Valencia that was streaking up the near side. Almost 9.5 to play here in the first half. Taylor ahead 1-0 thanks to the second collegiate goal from Matt Yoder that came in the 12th minute. Moving forward is Anderson for Concordia. Right side, Lopez. Good defense by Brennan. Tried to say that he played it off of Lopez, but it falls on deaf ears. Brian Nelson warm and ready to enter here for the Trojans, along with Ben Kuiper. Valencia tried to get it back, popped into the air, headed up, and Taylor trying to get a 2-on-1 here. Matipa nor Sanabria could get to in time. Relu back to his keeper, who almost played it forward. He dekes away from Matipa as Wixom presses on. Flicked into space by Kerbaway. And it's Maris on the ball for TU. Devlin up the right side, curls it into Sanabria. Little flick back to the middle, trying to get it away from Relu. Passes behind Matipa, who comes back to get it for the Trojans as they shoot on the goal to our right. Trying to extend their 1-0 lead. Nice first step by Carpenter. Lets one go from the top of the box, and it's in! Brock Carpenter from distance, and the Trojans lead 2-0. Carpenter from Sanabria, just outside the 18. And it's Carpenter's first goal of the season. And now the subs on for the Trojans, and Nelson and Kuiper. Sanabria gets much-deserved congratulations from head coach Gary Ross. Matipa the same. And the Trojans with a 2-0 lead, looking for their second win of the season. Taylor comes in 1-4. Concordia 1-2-1. Another nice back heel flick, Kerbaway. Wanted to keep pressing it forward. Freyx lost it. Then he and Devlin collided into each other. The Taylor fans down below us wanted to foul against Concordia, but Devlin pops up. He wants to make sure that Freyx is okay and no harm and no ill will on the challenge or the rough play there from Freyx. Just a simple collision. Played in deep by the Trojans. Lopez on top of it first for Concordia. Long pass from the middle to the near side. Stopping on a dime is Kerbaway. Passes it in too far for his intended man, Pinterpy, excuse me. Spiegel now ready to roll this one out. Nice read by Anderson to step in and try to keep the ball moving forward for Concordia. And now it's Kerbaway trying to turn the corner near side, hand fighting with Levi Yoder. Kerbaway spins away one too many times, and Yoder took it off of his feet. Yoder still trying to get out of trouble. Deals it back to Maris, who sweeps the right foot forward. A little hesitation move from Keophilus. He's bracketed by two Trojans. His pass rolls to the end line through the 18, and it's a goal kick upcoming for Spiegel and the home team. So we approach 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. Goal in the 38th minute there from Carpenter. Back-to-back shots on goal have beaten Wixom. As Spiegel moves forward, Lawrence turns over his right shoulder and goes all the way to the far side, and Liam Brennan. 5:45 and winding here in the first half. Taylor trying to extend their 2-0 lead. Kuiper back to Brennan as he comes to the middle, has to stomp on the brakes with pressure from Anderson from his right. A low pass on the turf ends up at the feet of Kerbaway for Concordia. And now at Freyix in the back half of the attacking half of Taylor. Getting a piece of it's Lawrence. To the middle. Nelson here, right of center. Wants to keep moving to his right. Thought about turning back to the middle. Does. Sweeps it in. Carpenter lays it back to Devlin. Now off to El Yoder. Looping far side Lawrence. Off the top of his noggin. Wanted to volley it out of the air, then his foot got the midsection of the Concordia defender trying to play it out of the sky. Two shake hands, pat each other on the shoulder. Again, no ill will there from Lawrence. And I think it might have been number 22, Freyix, who was the one, or no, Freyix is here on the near side. Not sure who that man was for Concordia, but he knew there was no ill intent from Bryce Lawrence. Right foot forward from the keeper Wixom of Concordia. Back across to the defensive side for the Cardinals. That's on the right side of midfield. Taylor moving from left to right. Devlin trying to swim through move. Lawrence got tied up right in the center circle, and coming out of the scrum was Maki with it for Concordia. Stomping on its Brennan, circles back, and he finds one of the center backs in Sean Fields. All the way near side Matipa. And now to Maris, one of the four captains, along with Harold, Matipa, and Spiegel. So three of the captains on the field right now as Matipa, the forward, getting a breather on the sideline. Over the head of Nelson, bounces twice on the near sideline turf. Played in deep by Concordia, but it's off the right side of the foot of Valencia, and it goes out of play. Nelson a hair too far forward, so he'll have to back up. And instead dumps it back to Maris, who is the usual, or actually make it Harold, who will be the man for the throw here. They tell Harold to throw it, or to hold it, excuse me, not throw it. They want to run this thing down to as close to 3 minutes as possible. Deal into Lawrence, headed back towards the middle. Right side, Harold ahead underneath for Taylor. Kuiper elevates. And it's out of play and back to the Cardinals. Harold with a fresh haircut heads it out into the Concordia bench. And it's Kerbaway to throw in for Concordia. Fields and Yoder were there, but they neither could get a clean receive on the throw, and now Taylor has to work from the center circle. Carpenter, who just scored to make it 2-0 Trojans. Circles and works forward to Devlin. Back, he gets it from Kuiper. Right side, near side, this is going to be Nelson. Nelson, nice step over move, got him to his left foot, but then two defenders converged on him. Ball popped free to Kuiper, tried to push it on through, sliding off the line is the keeper Wixom. There were four defenders standing around Kuiper, and he still was able to find the open sliver of space to push the ball through. Less than 2 to go here in the opening half. Taylor with goals in the 12th and 38th minutes here tonight. First from Matt Yoder, second one from Carpenter. Assistant coach for Taylor, Drew Glover, pops off the bench, wants the Trojans to hold it for the time being. And that time is stopped as Devlin trying to create. Beautiful curl into Kuiper off his right hip. He's bumped on the 18. The Taylor fans want a foul, which would have resulted in a penalty kick. Instead, we play on with less than 80 seconds to play here before recess. Headed to the far side. And a long pass in. Who's going to be the first one to it? It's the athletic Colin Maris for Taylor, off to his keeper Spiegel, as we've got less than a minute to go here in the first half. A 2-0 Trojan lead over Concordia, as both teams searching for their second win of the season. Pass a little bit short, intended for Nelson. Now 30 seconds left to go here before half. And a foul called against Concordia. With the clock already at 25 seconds, the Trojans can just slow play this one and pretty much take this thing to the break. Devlin comes all the way back to get in the defensive end. Loops the ball near side. Nelson back towards midfield with 5 seconds. Long pass, far side, Lawrence. Knocks it out of the air, just not enough juice on it. This was just about past him. 2 goals in the first half for the Trojans. First time they've done that all season. They lead Concordia 2-0 thanks to goals from Matt Yoder and Brock Carpenter. We're back with After Halftime next on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 4 different levels of membership for you to choose from. Each level receives complimentary season tickets, while the Athletic Director's Circle and Trojan MVP levels receive gifts from the athletic department. Over the years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-4331 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart? Well, your heart is everything to you and your body. And its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Life to the full for me looks like approaching every conversation as if it is for the kingdom and to the glory of God.
Life to the full to me means being present where your 2 feet are at.
When I think of life to the full, I think of joy, especially the Taylor body, the Taylor community, what Taylor has to offer.
The way we're equipping students to live life to the full is that we're helping them have a global humility.
There are so many things at Taylor that are preparing me to live life to the full. I love doing research and engaging in projects within my major, computer science, so I could go from programming 1 minute to doing a Bollywood dance and performing as part of Mosaic Night the next.
We have a lot of opportunity here to help students and to equip them to live life full now and well beyond their years at Taylor, and part of that is the intentionality we have with developing relationships with one another.
I'm experiencing life to the full at Taylor through the different opportunities that Taylor allows us to learn about different cultures, people, and places.
I love that we get to do chapel together 3 times a week. Nobody takes attendance. Nobody tells me I have to be there, but I get to be there.
I think I see that in sports, on the football field, in the throwing ring, in classes, and also in student leadership positions.
I experience life to the full at chapel because I get to play in a chapel band, and I get to sit up there and play piano and glorify God with one of my gifts.
The community gives me a sense of life to the full in that I get to see students go through their 4 years here, develop as intellectuals and scholars, be prepared for their vocations, and go out into the world and influence the world for Christ.
Just underway here in the second half. Taylor leading Concordia 2-0. The Trojans had 7 shots in the first half to Concordia's 3, and Taylor had 3 shots on goal to only 1 for the Cardinals. Each keeper made a save. They're both starting here in the second half. Kyrie Wixom for Concordia and Sam Spiegel for Taylor. Two teams have switched sides. The Trojans going from right to left in white and gray. Concordia going from left to right in red and gray. Two changes to the starting 11 for Taylor. Matt Harold starts here in the second half along with Carlos Sanabria. Angling forward is Alexander Valencia for Concordia. Far side to Keophilus, who also starts in the second half after coming off the bench in the first for the Cardinals. To the middle to Galich. Both teams in search of their second win this season. Left-footed forward by Valencia. Off the feet of a Taylor player, but able to scoop up the loose change was Galich. Galich's pass to the middle. Sent back, and now Ballard trying to work on the near side for TU. Kelly to the middle and Maris. Big right foot from Colin. One of his fellow captains in Matipa. Bryan dumping it back. Harold. Nice ping passing as Maris curls it 50 yards from the far side to the near side. And here comes Levi Kelly with a head of steam up the near side as Taylor maneuvers from right to left. Ballard angles to his right, stepped around 2 defenders. Sanabria gives it back to him. Ballard with a head of steam in the middle of the field. Dumps it right side to Matipa. Just 3 minutes into the second half, Taylor looking to add their third goal. Devlin plays it back. Matipa got his right foot on it, but the pass was behind him. Matipa has to go get the loose change out of the air. Bryan dances to the top of the 18. Nice, pretty little pass through. Ballard was a step away from greatness, but he got pushed down from behind. Taylor pleading for a foul that was near being inside the 18 and would have resulted in a penalty kick. Instead, play continues. Flashing forward was Harold. Pass was behind him on the right side. Here comes Concordia back up the far side of the field. Taylor gets it back. Sanabria, Ballard looks over his left shoulder, thinks about a long-range shot, and blisters it wide left of the near side of the goal. Rocketed shot from Caleb Ballard wide. The Trojans have done a good job of dominating possession here tonight so far. Ballard heads it out of the air, loses his footing. Sanabria to the middle of Matipa. Only one defender between him and goal. He tried to slip a pass on through to Sanabria, but the back line of Concordia was there and turned it away. Big boot from the keeper, Wixom. Out of play, far sideline, and Taylor's going to get it back on a throw. Taking it off the toe and pressing it forward, Lucas Anderson. With that platinum blonde hair, bouncing with each step. But his long pass intercepted by Levi Kelly, and Matt Yoder gives it back to big brother Levi. Ballard serpentines his way back near midfield. Taylor from right to left. His pass, though, right into the feet of Keophilus of Concordia. Out of the air, volleyed Anderson all the way to the other end. Off the line, Spiegel, the Taylor keeper, skies it out of play to the right. Special day late birthday shout out to our camera operator tonight, Joanne McKim. Had a nice dinner last night, so we wish her a happy birthday today. A day late. What's the thought that counts? Taylor heads it out on the far side, and Concordia gets ready for the throw. The Cardinals still looking for their first shot here of the second half. Matipa tried to work his way back, could not, as it's cut off by the Concordia back line with Kerbaway. But a Concordia missed, or an ill-advised pass to nobody, and stepping in front to take it was Levi Yoder. Bottom of the center circle is Ballard. Kelly. Back to the defense and Fields. Up to Ballard near midfield. Nice back heel flick on point to the sprinting Levi Kelly, and he gets shoved down to the turf, and this place is starting to come unglued. Anderson went right into Kelly and took him right down to the turf, and that brought both of the Taylor coaches out of their seats. Standing room only, standing with the Taylor students to voice their displeasure, and a foul is whistled right there. Head coach Gary Ross in his 20th season leading his alma mater comes in and tries to get an explanation of why there was no foul on the Kelly play a few moments ago. Devlin and Ballard kick it back between the two each other. Now Ballard in left side, fading back, flicked on by Yoder, pirouettes and lays it back to Ballard. It was too far out of his reach, and it's going back to Concordia on a throw. Still the near side throw in for Concordia. Shove in the back from Matt Yoder. He gets whistled for the foul. That's number 4 on the Trojans. But Concordia got too quick with Galich. And a big boot from Brody Smith. He got dinged up a little bit earlier. Good to see him still back out there. Sanabria trying to get away from Smith. Threw that right foot in front. Stopped Sanabria for the time being, and then Smith takes it off the toe one more time. Backpedaling Maris for Taylor in the defensive end as the Trojans maneuver from right to left and white, leading 2-0 with 2 first-half goals. Matipa long pass to the middle as Yoder presses forward. Left-footed rocketed pass going towards the end line. And no one touched it, and it's going to be a Concordia goal kick. Kyrie Wixom taking his time. Keeper for Concordia. The Taylor men's soccer team trying to add their name to the winning ledger for Taylor Athletics this weekend. Women's cross country dominated the IWU Twilight Invite. They're the defending national champs. Ran the new 6K course. Molly Gamble won. It set a new 6K record for the Trojans. Women's volleyball swept both their matches today. Centering ball. Spiegel snags it out of the air off the foot of Galich. Men's cross country finished third last night at the IWU Twilight Invite. And football had a rough loss today on the road at Butler, but the Trojans did have a 75-yard running back pass from Stephen Ellis to Dakota Sonicson for one of their 2 scores on the day. They're on the road next week at Dayton before coming home in 2 weeks' time. Taylor presses it in from the right side, reversing to the near side of the field, and Levi Kelly. Up to Ballard here on the near side as we played 11 minutes in the second half, still 2-0 Taylor. Ballard looking to go to the, cheeky little play underneath the defender's legs, and right before Kelly could come in, a slide tackle takes out Kelly, but going for the ball first was Tim Ralou. Kelly slow to get back up, now back to his feet, limping a little bit. Matt Harold hustling around trying to win the ball, and Levi Yoder comes in, and he pirouettes away between two defenders. Up to Matip in the middle of the field. Matip with a man on his back. Bryan slicing his way through. He'll stop on the brakes as a defender right there as Ballard let him maneuver around him. Back to Yoder outside the 18. He'll dump it right side to the top of the box, and Devlin left foots it back to the near side. Matipa edges his way through. It's cleared off from the 18 by Concordia, but Taylor able to hold it in. Devlin volleys it in. Ballard hustled back onside. Off the volley, backside play too far for Yoder to make a stab at it, so he'll hustle after the bouncing ball to the end line. Matt Harold comes in, sizes it up. He'll play it right into the 18. Matipa was waiting for it, but got in the way was Tim Ralou. Holding it in, Kelly. He wants to lift it to the right side. Does. Headed down into the 18, but nowhere near where anyone can make a play on it. Good aggressive attempt there from Sanabria. In the middle, and Anderson. Near side, Valencia. Plays it forward, end line, Galich. And before it could find a teammate, it's headed out by Devlin. It's going to be a corner kick near side here for Concordia. His first corner of the night for the Cardinals comes with 32 minutes left to go here in the second half, and the Cardinals down 2-0. Near side corner taken by Valencia. Right-footed outswinger to the back of the box. Good read by the Trojans coming in on the backside to head it away. Held in, however, near side by Concordia. Pressing in, rifled shot is off the outside of the right side of the goal by Uveris Freyex, excuse me. Looks like the summons has been given, and Liam Brennan makes his first appearance of the second half. He replaces Levi Kelly, who leaves to much adulation. Big boot Spiegel forward. To the near side now in Valencia for Concordia. They go from left to right looking for their first tally of the night. They played into the right side of the box. Centering ball headed away by Maris. Held back in right to the 18 to a Cardinal man in front. Back out to the near side of the box. Bluffing a right-footed service. Getting the ball caught on his feet was curb away. Coming back to help out the Trojan cause Ballard, and he plays it right between the defender's legs. He'll back heel flicked it to Devlin as Ballard just flying and showing off the skills here so far tonight. Wicks him all the way out to the 18, 10 yards. He'll drive it all the way to the other end of the field. Collision and Comstock heads to the end line, holds it in from the near side corner to the top of the box. Long pass finds one of his teammates. Standing around is Anderson trying to get around Yoder. His shot was blocked on the way there, stopped and then corralled by Spiegel on the far side post. Clutch stop there from Spiegel. Here comes Concordia again. Their offense has purely picked up the pace here in the second half. Devlin's long pass intercepted by the Cardinals as those in red and gray shorts press into the goal to our right, looking for their first tally, down 2. Keophilus, middle of the field, back to the near side, and Galich, who's been very active over the last few moments. Long shot. Spiegel dives, and it's in the back of the net. A long shot from Jan Uveres Freyex makes it 2-1 Taylor with 29:32 to go here in the second half. 2-1, the Taylor lead, as we've got 27:30 left to go here in the second half. So Trojans trying to build this lead back up to a deuce. The Concordia offense much more aggressive here in the second half, and it pays off with their 13th goal of the season. They came in allowing 12 goals and scoring 12. They gave up 2 in the first half. Now they've got some momentum here as a Trojan taken down from behind. That's Justin Devlin. And a foul called against Nicholas Kiafolis. And the ball gets rolled back 10-plus yards on the near side away from the box. Carpenter and Devlin stand over it for Taylor. Ballard adjusting his socks so it doesn't look like he would be the one to take it. Devlin signals with the right hand. Ballard overruns it. So does Carpenter. Devlin takes. Right-footed swinger in right onto the hands of the keeper, Wixom. Huge right foot from Wixom. Into the defensive end for Taylor. Near side, Brennan. Couldn't get it up to midfield, and Concordia able to hold it in before Fields blasted forward. Brody Smith from the defensive end for the Cardinals. Headed back up by Harold. Cleaned out of the air was Carpenter of TU, and a foul against Concordia. Eighth one on the Cardinals. As we played 20 minutes here in the second half, Taylor's lead has been cut down to 1 at 2-1. Ballard, as Lawrence got tangled up, and he now gets called for the foul after he was the one hand fighting. Can't believe it, as he got tangled up with Kiafolis. Far side play to Freyix, who has the lone Concordia goal on absolute strike just a handful of moments ago, about 5 minutes to be exact. Levi Yoder gets it back from Ballard. Maneuvered to the middle, now works his way back. Left side, center circle, Lawrence taken away from behind, and here comes Concordia, breaking out just as stepping into the attacking half. Short pass, Brennan intercepts. He's cleaned off his feet, and the foul coming against Concordia. Ninth one on the Cardinals. Big boot Spiegel. In front was Kuiper, but it sailed around his shoulder, flicked in by the Trojans, right side of the 18, bounces across the end line, and it's a goal kick here upcoming for Concordia, as Taylor will get the sub in Matt Yoder. So we approach 23 minutes remaining here in the second half. Taylor ahead by 1, 2-1, with Kuiper the one exiting. Concordia lands this one almost in row 1 out of play up the near side. Not what the Cardinals wanted, as they've got a goal back, trying to look for the equalizer here as we get ready to hit 22 and a half minutes remaining in the second half. Brennan blasted far side to Harold. Nice little move to get around the first defender. Now Anderson slides to try to stop him, dealing it forward up the right side. Carpenter stopped, trying to hustle to the end line was Freyix, the goal scorer. He stopped it and kept possession for Concordia as the Cardinals race up the far side. The visitors go from left to right here in the second half. All 3 goals in this match have been scored on the goal to our right. Taylor 2 in the first half. Yoder trying to change that with a strike, and it was snagged by a leaping Wixom. Just as quick as Matt Yoder took the ball away from that Concordia player, it was on the hands of Wixom on a left-footed rocket. Taylor struggling to get it away from their 18, but a high kick clearance. It will look to be Brennan. Draws the whistle of our officiating crew, and now a dangerous set piece on the free kick from the near side of the field here for Concordia. They're actually going to walk it closer to the midline. This kick comes exactly 7 yards away from the 18-yard box. Concordia shooting on the goal to our right. It's going to be a 3-man Taylor wall of Ballard, Devlin, and it looks like Brennan. Curled in, far side of the box, headed up into the air. Spiegel off of his line. He's bumped in the air. Ball bouncing around, and it's a foul against Concordia as one of the Cardinals got a little bit too physical there with the Taylor keeper. Less than 21 minutes remaining here in the second half. Fields to Brennan for Taylor. Trojans again trying to take it out of their defensive end. Brennan blasts it far side. Forward, long shot, wide left. On an aggressive try from Carter Kerbaway. Matipa back on for Taylor as we get ready to hit 20 minutes left to play here in regulation time. Big drive, Spiegel. About 4 yards, or about 3 yards, just across midfield. Carpenter cuts the pass down for Taylor at midfield. Matipa bluffed going to the far side. He'll play it back to Yoder, one of the connecting midfielders for Taylor. Taylor back to Spiegel all the way in the defensive end, just about 10-15 yards outside of the box. Yoder veers to his right, laying it back to Sean Fields. Taylor sends it from the near side all the way to the far as Matt Harold glides forward. The outside back up to Devlin. Carpenter has Devlin streaking up the right side. Foot race between him and the keeper. That's Wixom. And Wixom, the first one to it, and drives it into the night sky across from us. But a violation against Concordia. Or just kicked out of bounds, and so Taylor has the throw. The ball got kicked away, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be a free kick for Taylor. Might have had 2 soccer balls there on the turf. Fields left foot far side over Harold's head. It's going back to Concordia. With 18 minutes left to play in this one, a 2-1 Taylor advantage. And moving a little bit too far ahead were the Cardinals, so they got to back it up on the far sideline. Big man Luke Stimson about to check in. Fields moves forward. Right foots it up to Lawrence. Off the foot of Carpenter. And out and back to Concordia once again. Throw in, skied, and this one going towards Winterholder Field, but couldn't clear the far side stands. That's back onto the field of play. Lawrence, his pass was kicked right into the foot of a Concordia defender. Pirouetting curb away. And Harold drives it forward. Short pass. Matipa couldn't get there the first time, but he's able to block the clearance try of Freyix. Levi Yoder on the near side of the field, circles back 3 yards inside midfield, now steps back to the Taylor defensive end just barely. Fields from the near side to the far side in Maris. To the middle, and Levi Yoder has Anderson on his back, eluded him, and tries to step around Kerbaway and does. Back to the center circle. Devlin able to play it off, and he goes back into free space and goes back to the Taylor keeper, Spiegel. 16 minutes left to go here in the second half. Taylor's lead is down to 2-1. Big pressure on this end from Concordia. Taylor able to break free with Levi Yoder. Lays it off left side to Matipa right at the midfield stripe. Matipa works back and now circles and accelerates to the middle, trying to turn the corner on Anderson. Curls it into the far corner. Here's Harold. All-out sprint from the Colorado native. Plays to the middle and then ricocheted off of 2 different Concordia players. The second one is the most effective as it's taken away from the 18. This one played in deep. Comstock. Fields gets back to slow him down. Back to Kerbaway. Back to Comstock. He's got a beat on this one before he can get to the far side end line. A good play from Fields, playing it off of Comstock, and the Trojans get it back on what looked to be a really strong play. There for Concordia. Stimson on, Ballard on for Taylor, replacing Lawrence and Justin Devlin. Long pass, midfield up to Matipa near side. Matipa trying to get away from Freyix, who stopped his path for the time being. Taylor has struggled to get anywhere near the 18 here in the last 10-15 minutes. That Concordia defense has been flexing their muscles. Harold lays it off right side. This looks to be Carpenter as he's in those shadows on the far sideline. Back to the middle of the field in Stimson. The big man rumbles and deals it to the near side of the field in Brennan. Matipa lets it roll on through. He and Freyix hustling there. Freyix with a slide tackle. Stops Matipa's progress and sends it out of play near sideline. 13:42 and counting here in half number 2. And Brennan readies for the throw-in for TU. He's got a man in the 18. Yoder lets it bounce by, slips it onto the backside post. Nobody was there, clean as the keeper Wixom came off of his line, but nobody home on the backside on a wide open goal. Taylor still with it far side, little pop pass in. Ballard gets it from Harold, Matt Yoder taken down inside the 18. Taylor looks for a foul that does not come. Off of Concordia near sideline, and the Trojans will have the throw-in. Taylor head coach Gary Ross instructing his team to keep it. So they're trying to hold on to it here as we inch closer to 12.5 minutes remaining here in the second half. Taylor ahead 2-1. Both of their goals came in the first half. Concordia struck for a tally 17 minutes ago. Galich forward. Near side, Valencia. He'll send it in deep, has a man making a run. Bouncing back, cleared away just before trouble could come by Maris. Yoder has his right arm tugged. He runs through it. Tight quarters. Matipa fighting for it with Anderson. Anderson is going to be the one to come away with it. But a foul against Brian Matipa as Concordia continues to ramp up the pressure. Angel Elizondo and Evan Locke both ready to come in for Concordia. Not allowed to come in just yet. Frakes, the Concordia goal scorer, who scored from distance, blasts in this near side free kick. Into the 18, skied up, back to the near side, outside of the box. Anderson trying to split two defenders and lay it off to Valencia. The ball still pops free, and Yoder will just drive it away from trouble. Now here comes younger brother Matt, who scored earlier, to make it 1-0 Taylor. Yoder stops on the ball. M. Yoder waiting for reinforcements. Up to Matipa. Back into space, Ballard, who had to jet towards the middle of the field. Now dead of center is Stimson. Right of center, Carpenter. Bumped off the ball, slips. Now Concordia trying to counter up the left side. Into the middle of the center circle. Pass got caught between the legs of Galich, but the Trojans couldn't keep it moving forward, but they forced Concordia to retreat a few paces. Taylor gives it back to Concordia near midfield. Fancy footwork from Alexander Valencia. Slide stepping his way through Fields. As Brock Carpenter has come back to aid the Taylor defense here with 10.5 minutes remaining before regulation time. Little fake from Maris. Spiegel trying to find someone to dish it off to from the Taylor defensive end. Pressure there. Spiegel gets it away before it could get really tight. Matt Yoder got hugged from behind, but able to break away was Relu. As Concordia sets things up from the defensive end. Easy enough for me to say. Matipa, deft little move, but his speed wasn't enough to get to the near sideline to turn up. And to let it go as subs come in. Devlin back on for TU along with Sanabria, who makes his return here in the second half. Good pressure, Maris. He gets tangled up, pulled down, and a foul against Concordia's Carter Kerbaway. The clock is Taylor's friend right now, so they're going to take as much time as they can before they're forced to play this free kick in. Instead of playing it forward, they wisely lay it back to Brennan. We've dipped below 8.5 minutes to play here in the second half. Taylor leading 2-1, trying to pick up their first win at home this season and their second win on the year. Devlin lifts it in left side. Matipa tries to sneak behind the defense. Got the extra step to greatness. Left side of the 6. He shoots, and it's saved away. Off the ricochet, just missed a Taylor boot, and Concordia comes streaking out of the 18. A Concordia player down inside the 18. Devlin whistled for the foul, but there is a Concordia player down back inside of the 6. Cannot really see the number of who is now walking back to his feet. That is great to see. There's a whole bunch of commotion going on inside of the box. And the clock stops with 7:55 left to go in this one. Looks like it was Carl Pierce that got back to his feet. Does Concordia have one more push in them, or the Trojans have enough defensive might to pick up their second win on the year? Both teams with one win or one tally in the win column. Ballard stutter steps, accelerates. Big touch forward. He deals off to Devlin. Devlin runs through a challenge from behind, right edge of the 18, trying to serve it in. It's got kicked back away, far side by Brody Smith. And the Trojans will have the throw. And again, some jogging, but light jogging by Taylor, trying to nurse this 2-1 advantage. Ballard. Help defender comes and he deals off. Devlin accelerates to the middle. His left-footed rising shot sails wide and long. But Matipa able to keep it on the near side quarter. Good job by Brian on one that looked to be definitely flying out of here. Matt Yoder to the middle. Nobody home in white and gray. And now Concordia will break out, and they've got a 2-on-2 with the accelerating Kerbaway coming up the near side. Fields trying to track him down from behind. Kerbaway shoots, punched away, still not clear just yet, and the shot will not be able to go as falling down was the Concordia player far side before Stimson could clear. But the Cardinals able to hold it in here, looking for the equalizing tally with 6.5 to go in the second half. Kerbaway turns, Devlin ties him up. Kerbaway turns for a foul, and now it's the Concordia Cardinals that are upset with no foul being called. Sanabria has to check up, did not want to be offside, goes and ventures to get the ball across from us. Ballard dances his way to the middle, circles, takes a nice look, step to greatness. He's got a ton of people in front of him, let the shot go anyway, and it got blocked by the now limping Carl Pierce. But the Cardinals unable to clear it out of their defensive end. 5:50 left to go in this one. Devlin's pass intercepted, and it's taken away by Brody Smith. Pass deflected, and Stimson able to press it forward for TU. Ignacio Garcia and Luis Ramirez ready to come in for the Cardinals. Play continues on the far side, but a Concordia player down. With 5:24 left to go here, they'll stop the clock again. And athletic trainer Casey Hackman being summoned onto the field to take a look at the Concordia player. We will take a break and come back. 5:24 to go in this one. Concordia turning up the pressure, trying to find an equalizing tally as they trail Taylor 2-1. The injured Cardinal is Carl Pierce, excuse me, not Cardinal Pierce. That's been a tough couple of minutes for Pierce. Remember, he blocked the Ballard shot and came up limping. He's replaced by Diego Rivas. And then got into a little bit of a collision across the way from where we currently sit here on the near sideline. and was able to walk off under his own power with a little bit of help. About 5 minutes left to go here in the second half. Taylor trying to get that first win at home here in 2023 and pick up their second win on the year. If they can go back ahead by 2, it can really help, not just the Trojans, but the Taylor fans here, the stands down below us, start to breathe a little bit easier as this bunch of Cardinals out of Ann Arbor, Michigan have started to turn up the offensive juice here in the last 10 to 12 minutes. Failed clearance from Concordia. Near side of the field, Matt Yoder. Back to big brother Levi. Matipa spun into a defender, Frakes. And the Cardinals play it back to the keeper, Wixom. 4.5 to go here in half number 2. Still a 1-goal Taylor lead. Fields, right footing one far side. Volleyed out of the air and back up to the right side of the field. Nice takeaway from Devlin. 3-on-3 as he angles near side to Brian Matipa. Matipa stops. Back Devlin. Matt Yoder with 4 minutes to go in the second half. Taylor still ahead by 1. Right now it's the Carpenter tally that stands as the game-winning goal, with Frakes scoring here in the second half for the Cardinals. Pass in front of Ballard. He's bumped down, and here comes Concordia the other way, left to right in red and gray. Touch pass to the middle, too hot off the foot of Kerbaway, and Taylor able to boot it back to their offensive end. Trojans going from right to left here in half number 2. Matipa, a big first touch, it's out, and here come the aforementioned Garcia and Ramirez in for Concordia, replacing Alexander Valencia and Clemens Galich. Jan Uveris Fricks moving too far ahead as he has the near sideline throw. Off of Devlin's right knee, volleys it high, but it was out of play before he could sky it. And time, the enemy of Concordia right now. They trail by 1 with 3:01 remaining here in the second half, and a heavy throw in forward from Freyix. Flick to the middle, nice cutoff by Yoder, getting right in front of his man Garcia. But to the end line it goes. And Fields able to kick it out of play on the near sideline, so it prevents a corner for Concordia. They'll have to settle for a near side throw in deep though in the attacking half. 2:40 and counting here in half number 2 in a 1-goal game that Taylor leads. Throwing from Locke. Into the 18. A Taylor player got knocked down from behind as Matipa works his way back trying to keep possession. That player that got knocked down was Brennan. He's unable to save it before it goes out of play, and Concordia gets ready for a throw-in after wasting 20 seconds. As we knock on the door of 2 minutes left to go here in the second half, both teams in search of win number 2 on the year. And Concordia getting instructions from the coaching staff. They tell him to wait. Now Locke goes. Two-hand heave in. Back up to the top. Dangerous shot. Gets blocked before it could get there. Still dangerous inside the 18. Twisting Frakes. It's shot wide of the near side. And who did it go off of? It went off of Taylor. It's a corner from the near side as Devlin a little bit slow to get back up. We're at 107 seconds to go as Concordia was that close to tying it at 2. Keophilus, right-footed low outswinger, flicked away by the Trojans, still not out of the box. Shot on, deflected before it could get there, out across the end line off of Taylor. And let's move to the other side of the field with 90 seconds left to go. And Concordia continues to try to kick this door down and even the match at a deuce. Right side in-swinger headed out by Matt Harold. Matipa gets a left foot on it with 1:15 to play. Concordia able to hold it in. Here comes Harold, or make it Ballard, flying forward with his hair on fire. 1:08 left to go here in the second half. Concordia's got to go quick. Still down 2-1. And a foul against the Trojans. This sends the Taylor folks irate, but the clock is under a minute with 50 seconds left to go. Stop the clock. With 46 3/10 of a second left to go. Taylor head coach Gary Ross a couple steps out onto the field, just to the left of midfield. And here comes a dangerous set piece from the far side of the field for Concordia. They trail by 1. Freyix, who scored earlier tonight, will give way here to Clemens Galich, it looks like. This ball about 4 yards away from the box on the left side of the field. Galich, right foot over the wall, off the football goal post, over the goal. And the clock runs with 40 seconds left. It's all the way out to the near side. And this clock is stopped as the ball came all the way out to the near side. The Taylor bench wondering why the clock was stopped. That's because the Trojans, who are leading, want to enter Brock Carpenter. So the team leading under that 2 or 5 minute window. If they want to sub, the clock has to stop also as well. The ball deflected all the way towards the near side of the field. And so it ran and continued to run. The Trojans were plenty happy with that ball just rolling all by its lonesome here. Matipa saves it and plays it in deep. He did not play it in deep, but he kicked it in deep, and so the clock winds with 24, 23, and 22 seconds. Helter-skelter play here in the last 3 minutes. Devlin elevates and heads it out. Concordia trying to hurry up with 15 seconds left, but they're all the way in their defensive end. 10, 9, and 8. Five, and the clock stops with 4, 3, and it winds, and this will be the first home victory for the Trojans this season. And they win 2-1, staving off a late comeback effort from the Concordia Cardinals. 2-1, the Trojan win. Goal scorers Matt Yoder and Brock Carpenter. For Taylor, the goal scorer for Concordia was Jan Uveris Freyax. Special thanks to Joan McKim, our camera operator tonight. We thank you folks for tuning in and staying with us through our technical issues tonight. 2-1, the Taylor win, their first win at home this season. We'll talk to you next time here on the Trojan Sports Network. Until then, we say goodnight from Upland, Indiana.
Proceeding has been a presentation of the Trojan Sports Network.